going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my 1964 Pontiac GTO with the original 389 and a automatic transmission behind it. Oh, get out of the way of school bus here. Alright, so again we have a 1964 Pontiac GTO. This is a PHS verified real GTO. Originally this was a 389 4-barrel car. Now it has a tri-power setup on it. So the tri-power is not factory, but it does retain the original 389. It is a date code correct motor. It lines up with the build date of the car. So yes, I believe it to be the original 389. More of a stock style motor than anything outside of obviously the tri-power being added. The tri-power functions awesome, except for on 100% full throttle or heavy acceleration. Like a lot of tri-powers, unless they're 100% dialed in, and it's really hard to get that to happen. Again, if you press full throttle or really heavy acceleration, it will just kind of stumble for just a second, and then it picks it up, and then you're good to go. It is backed by the Turbo 350 3-speed automatic transmission. You do have power steering, power brakes, however, it is still drums all the way around. I would suggest at some point doing a disc brake conversion, but the drums are set up nice where it does still stop well. But again, just for me, I do like having discs just for safety purposes. Has a nice dual exhaust system. This one is manifold, dual exhaust. I believe it had an H-pipe on it and flow master mufflers and then full tailpipes. And as you can see, it's a really well ironed out car mechanically, and it drives great going down this road. Non-AC car, but you do have factory heat, which works. On your interior, it's a stock 213 code black bucket seat interior. It is all very, very stock and very clean and appears to be original. Nice mats, carpet looks good, door panels, all that stuff is nice. You do have the really cool early GTO steering wheel. It's one of my favorite steering wheels for a Pontiac. It is kind of cracked up in multiple places. I am not a steering wheel restoration expert, so I didn't decide to work on fixing it. It's not falling apart, it just has its separation cracks, which you're going to get. Horn does work, factory gauges in the cluster, and then you do have 3 aftermarket gauges, temp, oil pressure, and voltage underneath the dash. You do have an aftermarket retro sound radio with some 6x9 speakers in the rear. There is no vibration driving the car, but I will say your rear view mirror kind of shakes a little bit going down the road. Kind of a nitpicky thing there. Turn signal indicator works. Again, interior is very clean, no real issues or anything to note on the inside. A couple items are not working. The voltage gauge under there is not working. I don't think it's hooked up, so that's a really simple deal. I believe it was the reverse lights, the washer fluid sprayers, and then the parking brake is not fully engaging. So a pretty short list of items not functioning on this one. Yeah, and once the car's warmed up, like again, acceleration like that, the tri-power does great. It's just under very, very heavy acceleration. It's just got a little spot where it just kind of falls on its face just a little bit, and we'll get on it here now that it's warmed up, and we'll maybe it won't do it, so we'll see. Tri-powers are one of those things that unless you're an expert in it, I could start making tweaks and tinkering with it a little bit and probably gonna make it worse before I made it any better. But again, doesn't need it, just a little nitpicky thing there. Just trying to look at the interior to see if there's anything else out of place. A few little scuffs in the back of the headliner back there and a few wrinkles, but pretty minimal stuff. Headliner is pretty nice. All right. Sorry, yawning here on a Friday. Yeah, it didn't fall on its face at all there, so. A little bit of heavier acceleration for y'all. Runs really good. Well-mannered car out on the open road. Cruises really nice. Doesn't have a crazy gear in it. Oh, that was the other thing. The speedo works, but it's off a few miles an hour. Obviously, it's got the 17-inch polished wheels on it with different tires, so that's going to throw the speedo off a little bit. On your underneath, it is a very good and solid car. This driver's pan was done, the driver's side front pan, but they used the correct one. And then the trunk pan was also done, but nice work was done. Very, very solid car. Shows nice on the bottom. I bought this car from a customer that had it for a really long time. We have a bunch of really good paperwork. PHS, again, this is a real GTO. All that stuff goes with the car. On your exterior, it is a coated C2 cameo ivory with the black vinyl top. So it's been repainted. I don't know when that was done. Paint quality's nice. It has a few little stone chips, other little just imperfections in the paint. There's a couple little spots in the actual paintwork over there on the passenger door, like little, like fine little, like tips of the pencil, like little imperfections in the bodywork. You'll see that in my additional information tab. It's all minimal stuff. Cosmetically, the car does look very nice. The vinyl top is very, very clean. Again, you do have the oversized 17-inch American Racing Torque Thrust wheels with good tires front and rear. Bumpers look good. The rear deck lid trim, or that little plaque on the back, is probably original and has some like pitting and age to it. You'll see a photo of that as well. Just kind of nitpicky stuff there. But even with the drum brakes, you can see it does stop nice. Suspension all performs really, really well. It's all stock style equipment. Doesn't have any weird shakes or any pulls left to right. Steering is nice and tight. A good car out on the open road, and even a really good car on this bumpy road. It goes where you want it to go. Glass is all nice. Windows roll up and down like they should. Windshield, I don't see any major issues. Back glass also looks good. Again, I did touch on this. There's no vibration driving the car, just the rear view mirror kind of shakes a little bit. Glove box open and closes properly. Tons of room driving this car between me and the steering wheel. It's one of my favorite things about these is you actually have a significant amount of room, and just Pontiac's drive so nice. The body on frame design that these cars are, they're just great cruising cars. They're a lot of fun to drive. Obviously, this one having the additional tri-power setup is really kick-ass. It's like kind of the pinnacle when it comes to a Pontiac, like an early Pontiac like this. Throwing a tri-power setup on it does not hurt my feelings one bit. Turn signal indicator again is working. It's reading 38,974 miles. I have no idea, unfortunately, what the true miles are, but again, kind of irrelevant. This is such a good car. Doors open and close really nice. There is a little red switch underneath the dash there. I don't know exactly what it does, but it powers up and powers off like a little red light, so I don't know, again, what that switch is doing. Console is in really nice shape, opens and closes like it should. Actually, it's not wanting to. Okay, that's one other thing. Oh, there it goes. It stays down. Console does stay shut. You got seat belts in the front here, nice mats in the back. Now that it's warmed up, still got great oil pressure. Even off the throttle, you got plenty of oil pressure. We're reading about 190 degrees, and it is over 90 some degrees here today in Texas, so we're driving it out on a hot day. And we haven't had any overheating issues, so that radiator's doing its job. Blower motor for the heater does work. There's that horn for you again. Again, there's that. Now that the car's really warmed up, it didn't have any hesitation when I got into full throttle there. So I guess that tri-power setup, when it is cold, that's really indicative. You're gonna get maybe a little dead spot in it. But once the car's warmed up, there was zero issues with any acceleration there. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. And we're gonna pull over here for the ambulance, let him go past us. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. Make sure you check out the virtual description video. It's got extra information in there that's not in this video. Also, check out the additional information tab. Both are posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I will catch you guys on the next test drive video, and I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and an awesome, awesome weekend. Oh, 389 runs really well. This is a fun car. Definitely a fun car to drive.